In the early hours of Sunday, a barrage of drones hurtles towards Moscow. It's the 6th consecutive day of attacks on the Russian capital. 2 drones crashed into office buildings in Moscow's business district, but the third struck Vnukovo, one of the city's largest airports.
My friends and I rented an apartment to come here and unwind, and at some point we heard an explosion, and it was like a wave. Everyone jumped, and then there was a lot of smoke, and you couldn't see anything. From above, you could see fire.
It's the latest in a wave of brazen attacks on Russian soil. Kyiv hasn't acknowledged the strikes, which the Kremlin blames on Ukraine.
We won't stop retaliating against attacks made on us. And so, as you know, the Russian armed forces have carried out some preventative strikes at facilities where the uncrewed aircraft were being manufactured and launched to attack us.
But it's left Moscow looking more and more vulnerable, and Vladimir Putin hinting at a possible renewed interest in pursuing an end to the war.
We do not oppose an end to this conflict through peace talks. We never rejected them. I've always said this. We've never rejected peace talks.
Meanwhile, the situation on the battleground appears to be quite the back and forth. Both sides are claiming success on the field. Kyiv says it has pushed back Russian forces from several formerly occupied territories.
Kinburn-Spit, Kherson, and now the liberation of Staromayoska, all results achieved by our heroes, the Special Operation Forces.
But the Russian offensive has remained relentless. Over the past 24 hours, the Kremlin has struck the Ukrainian cities of Zaporizhia and Dnipro, killing at least 6 and injuring over a dozen.
The enemy will surely feel the force of justice for every such strike, for all Russian terror. We will not forget or forgive any of them.
The war has surpassed the 15-month mark. Civilian and military casualties are in the tens of thousands, but an end to the conflict still seems out of reach. Malik Fuda, TRT World.